Hi there, Izzy from digitalgoja.com again, and today we're going to take a look at what the infrared beam means in the Altura photo flashes. Now, you got to take into consideration, this is not a deadly laser, because if not, I think every single shark on the East Coast would have one of these strapped to them. But all kidding aside, we're going to go over the fact that this is a focusing beam. It's harmless. It's an IR beam that's meant to help your camera focus in extremely dark situations. Now, some manufacturers have started removing that from some of their higher end models because they're pushing people to get the newer cameras that have phase detection. And with phase detection, that's not needed anymore. But if you're working with a standard Rebel EOS or Nikon DSLR that doesn't have phase detection, you want the IR beam in low light situations to help your camera focus. Again, if this video is helpful to you, hit me up with a like button underneath, and as always, subscribe to the channel for future sessions and tutorials such as this. And don't forget, when in Miami, visit me at digitalgoja.com showrooms. Let's take a closer look at what these IR beams are doing for us. Now, the first one we have here is the Altura Photo AP FLS UNV1. This is a universal flash. This is a fully mechanical flash, so it does not help with autofocus. So it does not have an IR beam. So you have to have a camera that has a focus light, which is on the side here on the Nikon D3200, and on the side here of the very popular Rebel series camera. This one's a T6i. So if your camera has the focusing beam, which most of them do, this will work great because the camera will handle the focusing adjustment in low light situations. But the Altura Universal Flash does not have an IR beam. Now, the next one that we have here is the Altura Photo ITTL Flash for Nikon. So this one does have a focus beam. So I'm going to have to go to one of the darker areas right now in the Digital Goja showroom and record the beam being activated, because right here in the recording studio I have excessive amount of light. Even if I turn off all the lights, I can't get the beam to turn on. So let's go try this out in a nice dark corner of our Digital Goja showroom so you can see the beam itself. This is very dark in this corner, but notice there's the focusing beam. See, and it's basically a pattern that's helping the camera focus to get the correct exposure. So this is not harmful, it's not going to blind anybody, it's not a sniper beam. I mean, basically this only happens in extremely dark situations where it's going to help the camera focus so you can get the correct distance in very dark lighting situations. Next up, we have the Altura Photo ETTL Flash for Canon. This is meant to work on all Canon bodies, DSLRs. And again, this also has the focusing beam for extremely low light situations. So again, we'll have to move to another portion of our showroom so that you can see how it functions for us. Here we go. Here we have a dark corner here of our Digital Goja showroom, and notice how the flash is on, and there's your focusing beam. And basically what that does is, again, this is helping the camera focus, especially when here I'm working with a wall, so it has very little contrast. So this is actually telling it, hey, this is how far I am. Here, let's move over to one of our displays here, and notice how again the beam activates and fires off. So it's helping the camera focus. Again, nobody is being harmed here by this IR beam. And last but definitely not least, the Altura Photo APC 958X high-speed Pro Flash for Canon. Again, this is one of their newest ones, which has high-speed sync, wireless ETTL, and it has, again, the infrared beam that allows you to focus. Again, let's take a look at how this works. Again, here we have another dark area of Digital Goja showrooms. I have the lights off, most of them, and here you notice flash is activated. You actually hear the beep, but look, notice the pattern. And this one has actually a wider pattern. Seems to be, yeah, totally different, but it does the same function, and it gives you a good coverage so that way The camera knows exactly how far your subject matter is, and it'll focus on it. Well, I hope this answered all your questions that you had about how IR beams work on a flash system, and that they're not harmful. They're actually our friends. Happy shooting!